Hello, everyone. Today I want to do some talk about subject that might be a little heady, a little out there, maybe supernatural. I don't know. Uh, I want to talk about it just because I want to wrap my thoughts around it and think about it a little bit. And that's the idea of I don't even know what to call it. Uh, I'm just gonna call it the "see you later" not principle, but theory. And it's this idea that, well, I've been very reflective about my trip I'm gonna do next Wednesday. I am heading out. I can't believe it's already here, but I'm heading out. And one of my coworkers told me it's not a goodbye; it's a see you later, and that's stuck with me. For it keeps coming up, and it's stuck with me for a while. And it's not the fact that it's I might see him later, see you later. It's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. Me particular. But let's say me myself, we don't see each other, and we don't end up seeing each other again. I have a feeling that's not necessarily the end. And I don't mean as a soul or as a something supernatural. I think of it more on the lines of our genetics and who we are as people, our essences of our true selves, and how uh, our ability to grow as human beings and grow other human beings, and then transfer our not even transfer, but our ability to connect with others, to share part of ourselves with them. But the most, I think, relatable part is our genetics and how we pass our genes on to later generations. I see a lot of similarities between me and my grandfather. Not to say that we're the same person, because we are have a lot of different ideas about life. But it seems the some of the core characteristics that we exhibit are similar. Something like traveling, like going out into nature, being a part of nature, providers, trying to be providers for families, uh, social. I'm more introverted, I would say. I gain more energy with conversations like these, one-on-one conversations, and also thinking through ideas. But I wouldn't say I'm not social either. Um, so it brings me back to this idea of the see you later, and how, mm, let's just say something happens to me, but I'm able to pass on my genes to my children and my children's children. Maybe that coworker sees something in the my children or my children's children that is reminiscent of a see you later. He sees something in me, in my children, in my grandchildren, and what maybe I taught them by example. Um, and I think that's pretty powerful, at least for the genetics. I think there's something else to it too. I think someone who exhibits certain qualities, characteristics, that form their essence or their true self or whatever or you want to call it can be found in other people as well. And these characteristics that they might not form the whole, might not be exact same human copy, but the characteristics that, let's say, I carry could also be found in someone else. I think of this more as the idea of the mentor and the apprentice. I guess in the movies, but I think in real life too, the mentors always usually have that experience where they find apprentice who's not the apprentice yet, but a younger artisan of their work, and they see something in that young artisan that reminds me of themselves. And I think it can be equated to other people as well. So like let's say you have a son, you could probably see different characteristics and essence of that person, that son, in another child or another or boy that you see. And it gives you something, maybe that's not I get to see my son again, but it's a reaffirming of the humanity we all have shared with us. And maybe, like Stephen Covey said, the general principles that run our lives: humility, integrity. I would put love in there, virtues, justice, things like this. And that helps connect all of us. And maybe it's these kind of principles or these different characteristics that help for us, if in this instance, if I never see some of my coworkers, my friends, my family again, maybe they're able to see some of the characteristics and essence that was me in someone else, and another person who strived to be virtuous, strived to be loving, and did the best they could. And maybe they'll bring them a sense of bittersweetness, knowing that there's other people out there that are trying. And not the superficial, life is hard and I'm trying my best, but really attempting to understand what virtue is, understand what love is, and try to implement those into their lives and do the best they can, knowing that they're never going to be the ideal of virtue and love. They're always going to come up short, but that gives you unlimited potential to become as the best you could ever be. And maybe you could see that in other people as well. So yeah, a little heady today. I don't know if I really found what I was looking for in this, but it was good. It's good to think about it. The principles might be something I think about a little bit more. So that's it for me. Y'all have a good night. All right. Bye.